We're going to be talking Eastern Connecticut cross country for the next few minutes. With us today is Maggie Santacroce, a senior on the women's team, and Thomas Stone, a sophomore on the men's team. Guys, you guys opened up the season. You were at Castleton on September 3rd with good results. Mag, what did you see at that meet?
Oh my God.
From the team?
Really good outlook for the woman. We really pushed it, and just, the mix of the returners, the mix of the new crop, it's looking very well so far.
And did it go about as you thought it would be in terms of the results and how people ran based on the preseason?
I think so. Based on preseason, we had a general idea of where people would be, and I'd say we pretty much stuck with what we believed.
And you guys both won fairly easily. Tom, what did you see from the men's side?
On the men's side, I thought we put on a really great performance, finishing 1, 2, and 3, and then 5, 6, and 10. Having 6 guys in the top 10 was huge, and I saw that we're gonna have a very deep team, and we're looking forward to a great year.
Well, talk about the what was that course like? I know when you guys go to UMass Dartmouth, it's going to be a very flat course, but somebody was saying that it was a difficult course.
Yeah, I mean, during the preseason so far, we haven't trained on that terrain yet. It's mostly the roots. It's like real cross-country course, so you're going to have some grass, you're going to have, your rooty trails and all that. So definitely it took some of us a bit by surprise. We've even had people fall, but, it's not the most terrible thing.
I'd say it's definitely a hard, rooty course. It's very slow, so it's definitely not a course we're looking to PR on. So when we go back there for the LEC championships, we'll just be looking to take time off of what we did a week ago. And I think what makes it tough is in the woods, it's a lot of change of direction. It's a lot of rolling hills, and the trails get fairly thin. So with a deep field at LECs, it's definitely going to be interesting how that plays out.
Well, I don't think we've ever run that course before. Do you think that's the reason we ran it? Because that's going to be a great prelude to the conference. You think that's why maybe we went to that invite?
Yeah, I'm definitely very happy that I got to see what the course was like, and I get to know where I can make my moves in the race and how I'll run it better for next time.
Exactly. It gave us the advantage we needed. There wasn't other schools from our conference, albeit maybe one, but, we have that advantage over the other 7A schools we compete in about October.
Well, when you guys go to a race, I would assume before the race starts you would walk the course to get an idea of what it's like if it's a course you're not familiar with.
We did. So we walked a portion of it and jogged a portion of it for the warm-up. And I'd say that was huge, knowing that before we started the race.
Which means you have to sort of get there pretty early. I don't know what time. Was that an afternoon race? It was a Friday, right? So it was
4
an
p.m.
afternoon.
So we got there about 2 hours in advance.
Before. You were talking about that course, how it was challenging. And let's talk a little bit about the challenge of running Mount Greylock in the preseason. Just, Tom, explain what Mount Greylock is and what that's all about.
Wow, so Mount Greylock was definitely the toughest run I've probably ever ran. And I've never accomplished that much elevation in one run. And Mount Greylock, it's about 8 miles, and you're covering about 1,900 feet of elevation. Actually, we hit just about 2K, and it's nuts. It's the first mile covers about 400 feet, and then the next few, you're still climbing, but they're more gradual, and then the last 3 are just killers. That's just straight up, and you're tired, your legs are sore, it's a killer to the lungs, and it was. When you get to the top, it's a great feeling, knowing it.
Had you run it before?
No, this year was my first year.
You probably heard stories about it, right?
Oh yeah. The guys were telling me many different things. So
was it as bad as they said?
I definitely, I would say so. Yeah.
Meg, you're a veteran of Mount Greylock, aren't you?
Yeah, I ran it once my sophomore year.
Once?
Unfortunately, I didn't get to do it my freshman year. But sophomore year I did, and I definitely did better this year. And I think all of us, even the returners from my sophomore year, we did so much better on the course. It was a different day. We all pretty much stuck it without walking, which sounds
Really?
sounds like really weird, but yeah, we all pretty much ran up it and took it in stride, and we had like water stops along the way, so it wasn't an 8-mile continuous hike. It was, scattered out a bit, but.
Were you guys the only ones on the course, on the trail?
No, there
In
were.
terms of other teams?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
We were the only ones. It's an access road up a mountain.
Yeah, okay.
So there's cars that go up and down, and there's hikers. There's a lot of hikers in the trails, but we were the only ones running up. There's a few bikers here or there, but yeah, we were the only team out there.
I thought a few years ago that they ran that course in the New England meet. Would that be possible?
No, I don't
You
think
sure?
so. I mean, maybe there's portions of cross-country courses that have parts of the mountain in there, but there's no race that, I don't think there's a cross-country race that would just go straight up the mountain.
Is that near Amherst? Because I thought one of the Amherst Invitational maybe was run at that.
There could be a chance, but the path we took, it was pretty much
Oh.
the main road, so there's no reason for like an actual cross-country race to be on that.
Yeah, I haven't ran Amherst, so I'm not sure where it is relative to Mount Greylock.
You're not. So how did you guys feel after the race? I mean, did you feel like, was that early in the preseason or late when you ran that race?
It was
in the middle.
It was about a week and a half.
It was kind of late. We were supposed to do it earlier, but after the whole weather situation, we did it later, which actually turned out to be better because we got extra practice and extra opportunity to prep ourselves for that.
Does it give you an idea of where you stand by how you feel after that race?
Yeah, I mean I'd say definitely it was good. It was the guys were definitely a little strung out towards the end, and then we regrouped at the top and ran partway down together.
Well, you guys talked a lot when we were talking off camera about bonding. I mean, that would have to be a great bonding experience.
Oh, that absolutely is. I mean, it's the tallest mountain in Massachusetts.
Is it?
That's something you can brag about, and to say you did it with like your whole team, it's like, hey, look at us. As far as I know, no one else in the conference does something like that.
Yeah, and we have a lot of pictures, team pictures from the top of the mountain.
Oh, it was nice up there?
Oh, it was great.
Beautiful day?
view.
Great day, yeah.
Amazing day.
It wasn't too hot. Though when we left on the way back, it got up to like 95 degrees.
Really?
So we got lucky that we ran at about 75 degrees.
Well, talking a little bit more about preseason, you guys didn't have a preseason last year. Talk about how generally the preseason went. Because you didn't have one last year, so it's something, for you, Tom, it would have been something new.
So I definitely, we would show up here, we would have lunch together here, go through like our concussion testing, doing all that. Then we would have practice, and then the best part would be team dinner after practice. And we did that a few nights, and that was great. I mean, it was great meeting the team. The freshmen fit right in, and the team got together really well.
What do you guys do, like after dinner and stuff in preseason when you don't have classes? Would you guys do like other activities, or you just crash because you're tired?
I mean, a little bit of both, mostly the crashing. The team dinner was really where we got the most like bond out of, because the other rest of the day was the paperwork, it was the practices, but just team dinner really, and just ended on a good note, and then we crashed.
We had one run that ended at it was in Salmon River, which is Marlboro, Colchester area, and we swam in the river after, and that was great.
Really?
Or the stream, yeah, and that was cool. Good team bonding, and it felt really refreshing post the run. And I know on the guys' side, we like to get together, hang out, play basketball. So like we'd like to have a good time outside of track and cross country, which I think is great.
What do you get a feel for, Mag? I'll start with you. What do you get a feel for in terms of this year's team? You got a lot of veterans back, but you do have some newcomers. What's your feeling about like the bonding and the togetherness and the talent of this women's cross country team this year?
Oh, I mean, the bonding is still there, like Tom said. Everyone literally fit in so well, so perfect. We're not going to have any issues with that. As for the talent, based on what we saw in Castleton, it's only going to go up from here. We started out pretty good. Some of us might want to train a bit more to get back to where we were previously, especially us returners. But the new crop, they seem to fit right in. They know what they're doing, and they're just going to excel from there.
Can you think back to when you were a freshman, that first year you come in as into preseason as a freshman, and was there people that really helped you, either maybe took you under their wing in extent to make you feel more comfortable as part of the team?
Oh yeah, like Haley Knox, Tina Goslin, Santacroce, Nina Pasqua, Maggie Dulac, it's just a number, at least on the women's side, it's just a number of those girls, they took me under their wing and they're like, don't freak out, but this is what's going to happen, but we're going to be here to help you with that. And that's what I hope, throughout the years to just carry on and pass that on to the underclassmen and just keep that, not tradition, but to keep that going, that good spirit going.
Well, you guys, Tom, you guys have a couple of newcomers too. Did they make the transition pretty easily so far?
Yeah. So the two that have been with us since day one are, well, actually one, Liam Stafford.
Yeah.
He's a great talent. And I mean, he's a great guy. Great freshman, and he's gonna be really good this year. And then we have Jake Walton, who's also a freshman.
He's new to the program.
Yeah, he's new to the program, and he's going to be a great addition to the team as well. And then we have a possible third, Noah Linton.
Yeah.
And he's another freshman. And the three of them are going to help out the team significantly.
Well, you guys, both your teams they had a virtual Little East Championship last fall because there was no real competition. Does that give you guys a nice springboard going into this year, like what you did last fall?
Yeah, no, I'd say it was definitely great to, even though we didn't compete against any other teams in person, it was great to train with the team and kind of get that like first season under belt. We still trained like we were competing for a championship, and I'd say that was huge to have that last fall, and it definitely is carrying into this season.
How about you guys, Mag? I mean, that had to be a big boost for you guys to see what you're capable of doing.
Oh yeah, last year when we had the opportunity to have like an actual race, like it was the best thing ever. It's our training's not for naught. We had a goal to focus on and keep in mind, and that's what we're gonna go for this year. We put our name out last year, and now when we actually like really compete, people are gonna see like they were the champions last year. They're a force to be reckoned with.
Well, you guys won the conference championship a few years ago in cross country.
Yes.
And Tom, you guys won the track championship last year, the outdoor track championship. Does that give you guys a little bit of a foundation to say, we're here, Eastern's here, and they're going to make a run at the title?
I'd say it definitely does. It definitely gives us a lot of confidence, and we know we have what it takes to win, and we're definitely gonna. I mean, it's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be hard, but we can definitely compete for it, and I'm excited.
What's your feelings on that, Mag, for the women's team?
I mean, I think so too. We have the confidence, but we're not overconfident. We're going to be, cautious, and we're going to see what happens during the season. But, just knowing what we've done the past few years and keep that momentum going forward, that's a huge part for the success of this year.
So the Eastern Connecticut men's and women's cross-country teams, they both had one meet under the belt against Castleton University, and they will be back in action later in September, and they'll be at the University of Massachusetts Dartmouth Invitational at Dartmouth, Massachusetts. Guys, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.